Hello, YouTube, and welcome to Danielle's Denture Diaries. I am Danielle, and I have so much to say. First of all, thank you for being patient with me. Thank you for being the group that is as supportive of each other as well as myself that you guys are. We are here, after all, to support each other, not only in denture journeys, but life as a journey in itself. And as my life would have it, it's never predictable. So I appreciate you guys allowing me the time and the space to kind of gather myself back together again and be able to represent myself again when I was ready. And I feel like I'm finally at a place where we can resume and come back and be a lot more regular than before. Some things personally have kind of settled down, so that's where we're at. And I just wanted to make sure that I absolutely started with thanking you, because you guys are legitimately the best. I did post a video kind of recently where I wanted to do something vulnerable, which is taking out my fangs and doing a little bit of care as well as upkeep with you guys, and updating you on where I was back then. And here we are now. So I wanted to first touch base on comments that have been left on my videos since I've been away. I've completely stepped away from my channel, and I really did need that space to focus on some things that were happening in my immediate life and reevaluate a few things and tackle a few challenges that are not only new to me but very, very directly impactful on my family. So the first thing I want to do is I want to look back on these comments and talk to you guys. So here we go. I did have to preview them before turning the camera on here because I didn't know what to expect. Honestly, I was expecting a lot of people being upset and being not super happy, which I'm totally more than understanding of, considering how seriously I take this support group. So without further ado, Acorn John, a month ago, it made my heart jump to see your beautiful face, your sweet smile, and amazing eyes. Thank you. I don't know what I did to deserve such kind people. All right, and then Casey, I was so thrilled to see you again. I have to say that your situation sounds similar to my mom. She had Lyme disease, and her biggest issue was her skin. She had to stop using most products on her face except coconut oil, even after treatment. It has been years now. Just the other day, she thought she could go back to her oil of Olay face soap, and her eyes completely swelled up and started hurting her. Just a possibility to look into. You are in my prayers. Keep in touch, and let us help you now, because you have helped so many of us. This process of dentures was much easier and gave me more faith because of you. One more thing. You look beautiful without the lashes. You don't need them. Thank you. They are just a trend. I had to quit mascara even because I would get styes. I am still beautiful. I happen to believe less makeup and more natural is best. None of us care about editing. We care about seeing you. I promise it is a waste of time. We are your family and we don't care. Thank you. Thank you.
to update, I forgot that I actually talked about that. So, I do have eczema. I think I said that in the last video, and I was prescribed a topical steroid cream, and I know I've heard certain things about steroid creams if used too often for a prolonged period of time, so I was being very careful and mindful to not overuse, and even then the tubes were like this big, and I still ended up finding new patches actually of eczema on my shoulders, and then on my forearms like I used to have back in like middle school and high school. What I actually believe I might have found, because I went out to lunch recently with my fiance, and one of our favorite restaurants to go to is Lianchin, and I guess Lianchin has something in it that for some people it does trigger a topical or skin-oriented allergic reaction, and I am apparently one of them. I do recall talking to a teammate of mine at work, and she had asked what was something new that you had eaten or drank, something you could be allergic to, and I was like, well, the only thing I've had out of normal is Lianchin, but that's crazy, I've had it before. So I'm starting to believe that that's potentially it, because the only other thing that I did that was also not typical was I use a lot of acne fighting products, or at least I like to, and then I just kind of swap them out and interchange them as I go. But there's this face wash that I love, and rather than keeping it local to only the spaces I needed it, I actually did my whole face, and that could have also agitated the sensitive skin. But I'm thinking it's the food. I'm very convinced. I'm convinced enough that as much as I love Lianchin and their bourbon chicken, I'm gonna have to steer clear. But I was not expecting to cry happy tears. My heart is beyond full with your kindness and your compassion, and I just cannot say how much I appreciate you enough, and you are absolutely not wrong. Again, for anyone who maybe hasn't watched any previous videos, I am estranged from my family beyond my fiance and my son. They are what I have, they are all I've got, and I wouldn't have it any other way at this point. Having you guys are my chosen family. You guys can relate to me in a way that I honestly, for the longest time, didn't think I was relatable to. So, I'm really happy, Casey, that I was able to give you any ounce of faith and any ounce of belief that you can be happy on this journey. And in all reality, you can be happy on any journey that you are on. It's all in what you make of it. Mind over matter. I've heard that one a few times recently. Martinez Chispo, you young lady are beautiful. God bless. God bless you. God bless you. Deb Lee Prokopets. If I say it fast enough, it sounds like I'm saying it right. Am sending warm hugs to you. We are not perfect. Some of us wear glasses, some of us wear hearing aids. We come from all walks of life. Things happen that we don't expect, and we have to accept ourselves for who we are. We have to love ourselves regardless of anyone. If they accept us, great. Oh, if they accept us, great. If not, it's their loss. We are human with our stories. No one is perfect. Wow. In my rose-colored glasses world, oh, that was that was back with my dating with dentures. By the way, I'm still with that man, if you haven't seen some of my recent videos. And let me tell you,
He is my keeper. He's not a keeper for nobody else, just me. In my rose-colored glasses, everybody is perfect in their own ways. And just because I'm not your cup of tea, your cup of coffee, your shot of whiskey, or whatever it is that you're into, that's fine. I am whatever I am to Matthew, and he is my cup of pumpkin spice coffee. How's that for seasonal relevance? If that's not a thing, I just now made it up. Crystal McCall. The adorable dentures is where I went. I laid out of pocket. I turned my out of network forms in. They only cover 1,200 of the 4,800. This is for the Ultra Flex dentures. As of now, I have temps. I have to wear them for 1 year. The bottoms, I am not happy at all. I cannot wear them. They are too big. Anyways, I will attempt to get the mini implant in 1 year. The mini are $2,000 each. I will need 3 on top and 3 on bottom. So $6,000 for top, $6,000 for bottom, $12,000. I will have invested just in the mini implants. Many of these places have programs that will cover your treatment and you can make payments just like a credit card. Thankful I saved up for mine. I am diabetic. Just hoping I will qualify for the implants. I want to do the bottom implants since they're a pain to keep in, and wait on the top to see how the bottom ones do. I haven't been able to wear the bottom set but for a few minutes. I've watched many of those YouTubers. If these soft liners don't help when I get them Friday, I'm going to try some homemade things like I have done. Good luck. I hope everything works out for you. Oh, by the way, you're speaking much better than myself. Many don't understand me without my bottom teeth. With them in the flop up, and it's embarrassing to have this happen. Keep us updated. So, oh my gosh, and this is a month ago. I'm so sorry. All right, so implants. Thank you for giving me an idea of what you're looking at as far as a process goes. I know how far I got into it, which was not far because finances definitely put me at a stop. And then the more I looked into it, the less and less I felt it was the path for me anyways, and my lifestyle and what I was needing right away. So I do absolutely love the idea of implants, especially in the bottom denture, because they do flop. They move a lot. I use Cushion Grip. It is a soft reline. It's fairly popular. And a lot of YouTubers do use that, and that's actually how I found out about it. Ordered it off Amazon. Here we are. The dentures I'm wearing right now, all they have is Cushion Grip. There's no powder, no adhesive, no nothing. It's just the Cushion Grip. And I'm talking, but I can still take it out really easily. So if you want to stop that, definitely get the implants. I know I've talked to Matthew about it, my fiance, just because, I tell him that I kind of have this back and forth in my head. He is worried that my body may reject the implants because that's what happened to his grandmother. And he said that the infection she got, the healing process after the fact, having to remove the implants and things like that scared him for me. And at the end of the day, I told him, well, it's not like I'm making a decision today, but it's just food for thought for me. But I do absolutely recommend Cushion Grip for sure. There's another one, but I haven't tried it. I think it's more spendy, and maybe that's why. But I will get back to you on that. Cushion Grip, though, I do absolutely recommend. Just make sure you're not putting your dentures into freezing water or boiling water like some people instruct you to do. That's not good for your dentures. I don't know how long you've had your dentures already so far. You might have already known that. I'm sorry. But I do talk for a living. I actually work in sales in the health and fitness industry. So me being able to keep my mouth and my face together when I talk and talk confidently was something that I really had to focus on. And I had made a promise to my team directly, if you guys are really going to back me up on getting this surgery, going forward with the healing process and things like that, which they went above and beyond what they promised me, I in turn promised them, I was like, when I get back, you guys will see a whole new version of me that you didn't think was possible. And that's what I gave them. So, just headstrong and determined. Oh, and I got a heart. Claude Moss, awesome. You're awesome. You are awesome, Claude. And that was also on my Dating with Dentures early stages. I can't believe. It's so crazy. By the way, my 1-year anniversary for getting my dentures has passed. It was on September 21st. So, my director, she was like, we should have done something for you. And I was like, it's the fact that I can eat a cheeseburger, honestly. We might still have to get cheeseburgers, so we'll see. Crystal Leone. I feel like it should be French. I'm 24 and I'm currently going through the same thing. I felt so alone in my journey until finding your channel. You talk so openly about it, which I admire. It is hard for young females to go through this, especially young mothers. Oh, my heart, right in my heart. It's hard. The impact it has on your mental health and confidence is damaging. Yeah, it is. The real nitty-gritty behind it is that it is damaging. And side note, I talk to myself in the car because that's where I talk to my mom. She's in heaven, I like to say. But as I talk to her, I feel like I get these thoughts and almost like answer my own questions even. And I want to believe that they're somehow coming from her, but besides the point. But I talked about how so many things in my life, including this and a previous abusive relationship, damaged me, broke me. And it broke me down to points where I really thought there's surely no coming back. And it took me sitting and talking to myself to remember this quote. If you take a plate and you throw it against the wall and it breaks, can you say you're sorry to the plate? Yeah. Will you ever be able to fully put that plate back together to the way it was before? No. However, something that a student did in my AP art class in high school is she took glass and intentionally took it outside and was breaking it. Painted glass, glass with designs in it. And she's just outside smashing it to bits, throwing them in buckets. And then she laid out concrete and she would make mosaic tiles out of it. The things that are absolutely gonna break you, and sometimes it's gonna break you to the point of unrecognition. You're unrecognizable. It actually lays an opportunity and a chance for you to pick those pieces up, leave some pieces thrown away that you didn't like anyways, gain some new ones, create some new ones, and create a whole new person, create a whole new outlook and whole new opportunity. And I talked about this too in one of my previous videos, where with this, you create a whole new identity. This is a whole new smile. This is a whole new way of talking. The lisp that you had before that you don't have, the lisp that you didn't have before that you now have, that's even a part of me. And the sounds that I can suddenly make at my son, and he tries so hard to make them, but he can't because he doesn't have dentures. Like, it is so funny. And the fact that I can make that alone make my son smile, which to me, being a mom, is the biggest reward, I'll take it. I will absolutely take it. Also, telling my son that these are my monster chompers when I take him out and brush him and clean him while he's brushing his teeth. He looks at him and he's like, why? Because they're my monster chompers. That's why you don't have monsters in your house. I eat them. Oh, okay. He's 4. Teresa Beeman, I went 12 years without teeth. Last year, someone I don't know donated the money for my dentures. I've never been more grateful for anything in my life, so I know what it's like to not have them and be judged, and to have them and finally be able to smile again. It's crazy how judgmental some people can be when you don't have teeth. And that's why I make a point to make videos without my fangs in here and there. Not often, but I'm definitely at a different place now where I feel like it's not as heavy anymore. I had the privilege of sitting across from a guest at my work, and as she was talking, I recognize there was something missing. But that's me. Didn't miss a beat, didn't change anything. We did get to a point where she asked, or I asked her about food preferences and allergies. And that's when she told me. And I, again, made a point to not change my face. Oh, okay. Yep, okay. And she said why. No nuts, nothing hard, nothing crunchy, because I don't have teeth. And she wasn't wearing her dentures. Didn't change anything. And the conversation goes, because then I started saying, okay, so would things like this be better? Things like that would not be so great, things like this. And she was like, yeah, exactly. And I said, fun fact, I too have dentures, so I know what you mean. I got it. And if you're okay with me talking a little bit on your behalf, I'll be happy to communicate that myself. And ever since then, there's always just been this warm connection between she and I. And it's because I think we all know how really cold the world can be. And what I like to think about people like you, people like me, some of the others in this support group, I like to say everybody in this support group, is that we're not going to let this situation harden us and make us cold. We are going to maintain who we are, and it's going to make us that much more compassionate and understanding, and that much more strong in standing up for others, and the fact that you know you deserve better than that. And I'm so sorry you went through that at all. If you have the name of any of those people and where they live, I'll find them. But that was not put on YouTube. I hope my video doesn't get flagged now. Bob, missed you, Danny. You are such a joy. I love this instructive video showing people while talking, inserting your dentures, pretty normal stuff. Love you. Love to you and yours, your Fang fan, Bob. Fang fan. Can I coin that? That's awesome. Thank you. And that was on my most recent video, the one where I'm just taking my fangs out, cleaning them, popping them back in, getting ready to go to work or something. Yeah, I'm getting ready to go to work.
Yeah, I think the less we make it a big deal, the more normal it seems. And that's something that helps with my fiance as well, because he forgets that I have dentures. And I always, whenever he says that, I'm like, well, that's the whole point. It shouldn't feel like a burden to you because it sure as hell ain't a burden to me. It makes my life higher quality. Therefore, it shouldn't feel heavy to you. It shouldn't make a difference. Acorn John, I hope all your personal things are good now, Danielle. I wish you all the best and a lot of happiness in your life. Your videos are like the sun is rising, and your smile and eyes make my heart beat faster. Thank you, John. I swear, you've been here since the very, very beginning, I feel. You're just incredible. You are absolutely phenomenal. And that was from a month ago. My gosh. Ash Mac, dear dentures and implants. Hey there, Danny girl. Happy to see you are doing well and hear the good news about your son. I was just wondering the other day how you were doing. Well, I am hanging in there. I feel like I missed a comic, so I thought I saw another one that... No? Oh, no, it's because this page skipped, that's why. I'm doing well. Stress here and there, but I'm at a point where I recognize stress and any kind of change as the onion of life coming apart, and it's a chance to reveal a new layer of myself. And honestly, the way things go, I just kind of sit back and I'm like, what would the Kardashians do? Probably throw money at the problem. I'm kidding. But I sit back, I watch some Hollywood whatever gossip, and then I handle it with a cup of coffee, probably. UK Tony, Danielle, you remain absolutely stunning with or without teeth. Thank you. Thank you. I feel like I look very babyish without my fangs, and I appreciate you. P.L. Ramanathan. You always look absolutely beautiful, irrespective of your physical shortcomings. It is completely understandable, though, that it takes some getting used to in these circumstances. Stay strong, stay beautiful. You stay strong and you stay beautiful. Does it really work? I've tried Sweets 801 on my C-Bond adhesive and demo. I'm still to this day a fan of C-Bond. The wafers, they come in a 30 pack. So what I've kind of run into at this point is that they do work. They are wonderful. Make sure you're very good about keeping them handy and keeping them stocked in your bathroom or your denture bag. Because I ran out, I tend to go to CVS to go get mine, or Walgreens, one of the two. But that's not a normal stop for me. A normal stop for me would be Target. Go figure. And they don't typically carry it. So what I've done is I've stopped going to CVS and Walgreens to get the C-Bond wafers because it's just not in the way for me. And instead I've actually gone back to only using Cushion Grip, and I'll use Fixodent adhesive at this point. So it does work. I love it. It makes your dentures feel much more comfortable and soft. As far as eating with them, it's possible. Afterwards, I still highly recommend you replace the wafer because the wafer holds food particles in it, seasonings, that kind of stuff. As far as talking, without a hitch, I love it. If I don't eat, I could wear one all day long and it's great. Not that it's okay to not eat, but sometimes I get caught up in work. Connie, thank you. Palette with a horseshoe denture and implants video. You are so welcome. You are so welcome. Thank you. Oh, my mouse stopped working. Connie, again, you're helping me very much. The reality before dentures, trigger warning with photos. Yeah. I hope it's all helping. Let me know if there's anything in particular you need help with. I'm very happy to do a video for you. K&D channel, do you take a denture out video? I know I've taken my dentures out in videos. Particularly taking my denture out, no. It's usually generally just a part of the process. Connie, thank you for sharing a very sensitive and personal moment in my unmasked late upload video. And that was back when my fangs had to go out to the lab to get their hard reline done finally. And thank you, because that was tough. That was a tough one, but to this day, no regrets. I'm super happy that I did it, because that in itself built some character for me. Connie, you have helped me save my self-esteem. I want to still be beautiful like you from the inside out. You are freaking gorgeous. You're gorgeous. This is 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago. Okay, so hopefully you're still watching my videos. Don't give up on me. You're freaking gorgeous. And I say that not only because of your smile, and you literally have rose-colored glasses. Literally. What's more beautiful than that? But also the fact that you've taken the time to leave comments here, even though I've been absent. You're gorgeous no matter what. Having makeup or dentures or whatever only enhances your beauty, but you're freaking gorgeous. And thank you. Hippie Hermit, I just found your channel and I'm glad I did. I'm happy you were talking about this topic because it's something I feel weird about telling other people. I've been single for years and I am just not gonna waste my time with the wrong person anymore. I hate the way my face looks when I take them out. So I practically live in them 24/7 except to clean them, and I know I'm not supposed to. I'm still new with this. I'm gonna have my second soft reline here next week. I needed to have it done for a long time too, but just kept avoiding it because I was afraid. I appreciate your honesty about the topic and how real you are. Thank you. Well, the way I look at my dentist appointments is very different than I used to. I used to hate the dentist for no reason except for the pain. Nothing personal, just pain. Now, I get to walk in wearing them and smile. Hi, you're welcome. Blip, pop them out. Here, go fix them. It's so nice. And unless you tell them there's something going on with your jaw or gums or your tongue or whatever, I mean, I feel like they leave me alone for the most part. And then I get to hear about my fiance, who still goes to the dentist, has his natural teeth. And he's like, man, the floss and the pick and I'm like, tell me more, because I can't relate. I'm sorry. I just think it's the most relaxing thing to be able to go in and have that reassurance. But that is me, my little silver lining type deal. And as far as wasting your time with the wrong person, yeah, I hear that. I don't do short-term fling. I'm not about that. I've always been family oriented and for life, one person oriented, or at least I always tried to be, and then the relationship would fail. So I think the biggest thing is being in a relationship with yourself first.
I definitely had to be my own partner in the sense of how would I feel, what would I think, how would I take care of, myself, and start telling myself that I would never expect any less from my partner. And if they can't match me and what I'm capable of doing for myself, then why are you here and what's the point? Because I can do it myself. Thank you. No one can treat me better than me. No one can spoil me better than me. No one knows me better than me. And then I found Matthew. So, honestly, yeah, and I still stand by what I said with dating with dentures in the early stages video is I intentionally mentioned that I had prosthetics and what they were from the beginning, because the only kind of people that would be turned away by that are the kind of people I don't need in my life anyways, especially considering the line of work I do. If you're a judgmental person, you don't have room in my heart to be romantic with me. I just, no, absolutely not. So I hope you stick around. I'm really excited to see more of you, and welcome. You let me know if there's anything that I can cover and do to help you. If you want me to do a additional dating with dentures, I know I have 2 ideas. I want to interview my director at my job, because she was the very first person who I told in confidence, I need dentures. This is something I have lived with for several years, since birth. But for 7 or so years, I've needed this procedure. I just need a chance. And she was like, say less, just tell me when. And I was like, what? And she said, say when. And I was like,